So in this video, you will learn how to do long division, leaving a remainder. So we're going to start with our very first question. We'll do 63 divided by 4. Now, often students will write this question the wrong way around, so it's really important to know that we start with the 63, and this is our divided by sign, and 4. We often hear students say this is 4 divided by 63, which is incorrect. It's 63 divided by 4. So to start this question in long division, we're going to think of how many groups of 4 we can make from 6. We can make one group of 4 from that 6. So one group of 4 is 4. And then we will subtract 6, take away 4, and we will have 2 left over. Now we're going to bring down with an arrow, that's really important, to bring down our 3, and we now have 23. So our question now is how many groups of 4 can we make out of the 23? This is where knowing your times tables is really critical because we can tell that 5 groups of 4 will be 20, and we don't have enough to make 6 groups of 4 because that would require 24. So over top of the last number that we're dealing with here, we will put our 5 to show that we can make 5 groups of 4. And again, 5 groups of 4 is 20. We had 23. We used 20 up in our groups. And when we subtract those, we have 3 left over and no 10s. So we will write our answer as 15 remainder 3. So 63 divided by 4 is 15 remainder 3. And it's important for students to know that that means we have 15 groups of 4 with 3 that are left over at the end. Okay, we're going to do one more question here as an example. So let's do example 2. And we will start with 39 divided by 2. And again, we will write 39 divided by 2. Okay, so again, looking at the 3, how many groups of 2 can we make out of the 3? We can make one group of 2, which is 2. And when we subtract those, we have 1 left. Now, as we did over here, we're going to bring down our 9. And how many groups of 2 can we make from 19? With our times tables, we know that we can make 9 groups of 2 because 9 times 2 is 18. We subtract them and we have 1 left over. And again, we show up here that we have a remainder of 1. So 39 divided by 2 is 19 with 1 remaining left over. We'll do one last example, which is a little bit more complicated. And the question that we will use for this one is going to be 23 divided by 4. And we will start with our 23 divided by 4. And in this case, when we look at our first number, which is a 2, we can't make any groups of 4 if we only have 2. So we will write above that to show that we make no groups of 4. And when we subtract that, we still have our 2 left. And as we've done before, we will bring down our 3. And now we have 23. So in thinking how many groups of 4 can we make from our 23 with our times tables, we can tell we can make 5 groups of 4, which is 20. Subtract those. We have 3. We don't have any more numbers up here, so we can leave our answer as 5, remainder 3. So you don't have to write 0, 5. You can just write 5, remainder 3. But especially when you're first learning to do division, it's really important for students to put that 0 in there so that they know that there has to keep your columns even and that you have a number over top of each of the numbers that you have down here. Often students will start writing in between the columns and then they forget which numbers they have already used and they get all mixed up in their long division. So that's how we do division, leaving a remainder.